Yes, guys. Okay, we have a bit of a different one today. This is a new concept that came up with, and I said, you know what, we're gonna start streaming like this every Sunday. The plan from now on is every Sunday. Hopefully, at least I'm gonna try and make it every Sunday. I'm gonna come on. We're gonna have a live stream, maybe 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 5 hours. It will depend. But we're gonna talk about the biggest topics in sports, whether it's football, whether it is basketball, whether it is F1. There's a race every Sunday. Whatever it is, we're gonna start talking about it. We've talked a lot of football on this channel, but there's a reason why I changed the name from JVM Football to JVM Sports. We're gonna be talking about a lot more sports on the channel. We're gonna be making a lot more. We're gonna go back to making more reactions, and yeah, I just hope you guys like it. The biggest news in sports, and then we can easily make these into videos and run them throughout the week. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. We're gonna start with a big one because as far as F1 goes, I think my bad. I forgot how to use my own setup for a second. But yeah, as far as F1 goes, guys, this weekend we had one of the most important races of the whole calendar, because Singapore is one of the hardest races in the whole F1 calendar. Is a very hard track. You're racing at night at extremely high temperatures. It's very hard on the drivers, and this is a place where a lot of mistakes can be made. For example, last year, Singapore was the only place where Red Bull dropped points. Was the only place where, you know, one of the few times Max Verstappen wasn't able to win anything, or Sergio Perez in that year of Red Bull dominance. It's a race where it can be a bit shaky. And in this year of McLaren resurgence, with Red Bull having a little bit of a fall off, not a little bit, they've had a major fall off actually ever since around Miami. Red Bull have had a massive fall off. So, you know, the stakes were high for McLaren. McLaren 100% delivered. They've raced an amazing race. And let me just try and put on my soundboard for 1 second, guys. I know that this is a bit off the thingy, but I just like to do these with my soundboard on. Just makes it a bit easier. Okay, perfect. So yeah, as I was saying, amazing from McLaren. They've been very dominant all year, and today they did not put a foot wrong. Lando finished first. Oscar Piastri came back to finish third. So yeah, before we even react to Lando, one of the best McLaren, and the dominant year they're having so far. And again, this is what I said. This race in Singapore was very important because this is a race where you can drop points, but McLaren did not put a foot wrong in this race. They went from strength to strength, and now their gap to Red Bull's even bigger because, of course, Sergio Perez dropped the ball. You know, for a change, Sergio Perez once again, under delivered. So yeah, let's react to what Lando had to say after the race, and let's see how it's going to affect McLaren going forward.
Lando, very well done. Martin Brundle called that a champion's drive. How satisfied were you with it, particularly the way you opened up such a gap in that first stint?
Facts. Before we even get started, he said Lando had a champion's drive, and that's exactly what Lando had. Lando today, he drove like a champion. He drove like someone who wanted to prove a point. He drove like someone who was hungry for more, and really and truly, Lando's been racing for that. He's been racing like that the whole weekend. So yeah, shout out to Lando, man. Great. I'm just so happy for him. Let's go back.
It was pretty straightforward, and I mean, a lot of it was pretty straightforward, and I was very comfortable with. Of course, there was a couple of moments which were a little bit too close for my liking. But it was good, you know. The car's been mega all weekend. I feel like I've been on good form the whole weekend. I've been able to just be comfortable and execute well and get the most out of the car. Even when it's not been easy to drive, it's been easy to make mistakes and things, and a couple of those mistakes I paid the price for today. But we were just quick, you know, and as soon as I got back in a good rhythm, we were quick again. So
And yeah, as he said that he's talking about the car. This is something I really want to highlight because there's of course that moment where Lando was complaining to Hamilton that he had the fastest car before, but Lando needs to get used to winning races. He has the fastest car. He needs to deliver. He must deliver now that he has the fastest car. There's no more excuses. And again, this is why I'm so happy about this race, for the fact that, again, he has the fastest car and he delivered. Amazing race. All weekend he's been dominant. From practice to qualifying to the race, he's been amazing. This is what, to the last few races, we need Lando to be like this the whole way through.
It was a good day. It's been a great weekend, in fact. Mistake-free, really, from my side, apart from a couple of things today. And a weekend executed exactly how I planned for and exactly how I want to. I want to execute weekends, but nevertheless, still a tough one and not easy, even with how quick we've been. So a satisfying one.
Yeah, I mean, you kept it exciting with those couple of brushes with the wall. Was there anything to do with the relentlessness of it? No safety car, no brake. I mean, you're carrying a big expectation of I must win this. How physically tough was it out there today, and mentally, I suppose?
Mentally tough. Physically tough. Sweating a lot. It's pretty hot in the car. It's extremely hot in the car, actually. Like the tough conditions for us as drivers. It's not easy. This is. It doesn't look it on the TV, but let me assure you.
We how do you say it? We don't. There's no way for us to feel it, how hard it is. But for example, if you ever played F1 24, you know how tricky that track is. And again, the way the drivers describe the race. For example, Fernando Alonso last year saying that this was the hardest drive he'd done all year. It's like it's a very hard track. So yeah, again, this is why I said this was such an important race, because it's a race where, it's so easy to make mistakes. It's so easy to put a foot wrong, to, effort into the wall, for example. It's so easy to make mistakes, and Lando just kept it clean. He kept it clean, and I'm so happy for him, man. I need to see Lando do more of these races.
It's pretty hot in the car. It's extremely hot in the car, actually. Like the tough conditions for us as drivers. It's not easy. This is. It doesn't look it on the TV, but let me assure you, inside the car, it's tougher than a lot of other sports, and it's tougher than what it looks. And we're performing at the top level of what we can perform as humans. It's why we're athletes. But that's our task, that's my job, is to make sure I'm fit and performing well, and that is a little bit part of it, especially on a race weekend like we have today, and a race like we had today. But it's tough to manage as soon as you relax a little bit too much, you can make mistakes because you're not focused, and as soon as you push a little bit too hard, you can also make mistakes, so it's a challenge. It's not easy out there, but it's good fun.
Just finally, didn't quite get the Grand Slam because Ricciardo comes in and nicks the fastest lap. 52 points in it. You're doing what you have to do. You just keep doing that. Keep trying to apply.
Again, that's it. The gap is now 52 points, and I was talking about this before. Or I was thinking about this before, actually. Excuse me. If he keeps at it, he keeps performing. Like that's all he can do. Whether he's of course going to be able to close the gap if he keeps performing, but that's all he can do. All he can do is just do his best. Like last week, he messed up in qualifying in Baku. What does he do? He makes sure he ends up in front of Max, even if it is like just a few points ahead of Max. Every race he's been able to close that gap. He needs to keep doing this, man. And this is where like champions are made. Is these high pressure scenarios. This is where Lando needs to shine. When the pressure is the highest, that's when you perform. But I believe in Lando, man. I know he can do it. I know he can do it. Or at least I'm hoping he can do it. I'm hoping that he can do it.
You relax a little bit too much, you can make mistakes because you're not focused, and as soon as you push a little bit too hard, you can also make mistakes, So it's a challenge. It's not easy out there, but it's good fun.
Just finally, didn't quite get the Grand Slam because Ricciardo comes in and nicks the fastest lap. 52 points in it. You're doing what you have to do. You just keep doing that. Keep trying to apply pressure to Max. That's all you could do.
Yeah. I would have loved fastest lap, but Daniel got me at the end, so I'll give it to him. But I would have loved to. It's been a great weekend apart from FP1. FP1 I was second, but the rest we've been on top and we've been quickest. So Would have been nice to do the whole thing together. But this is what I got to do. It's what I need. It's what we need to do as a team. I mean, we've executed things perfectly as a team, and especially to get Oscar in P3 today. But we need to do
another one because McLaren, they've been cooking. You know, it's great for Lando and his Drivers' Championships aspirations, but as a team, I don't really see Red Bull catching up to McLaren when it comes to the Constructors' Championship. Because of Sergio Perez, they should have gotten rid of Sergio Perez and gotten someone else. Like Carlos Sainz was there for the taking. Sergio Perez, fair enough, the car is also not as good. The car has definitely declined. But Sergio Perez, he's hurting Red Bull so much. Because Oscar and Lando, week after week, stellar performance after stellar performance, the gap is just getting bigger and bigger between themselves and Red Bull.
it every race to the end of the year if I want to have a chance to get Max. But we're working hard, and if I keep doing what I've done this weekend, then it's definitely possible.
Okay, and that's it, man. I appreciate you guys for watching this one. We're gonna move on. And we're gonna, because there's a lot of things I want to react to. So there's of course F1 and Lando. Yeah, I just want Lando to continue to perform like this. Hello, bro. Okay, see you. Yeah, so I just need Lando to continue to perform like this if he wants to get to that top spot. Okay, so yeah, other stuff I want to react to is Anthony. Wait, let me just get this thing right, guys. And yeah, the other thing I want to get up to is Anthony, because Anthony, you've got a player, and what really hurts me about Anthony is how talented he was. Or at least how talented he was, or at least how we perceived him to be so talented. And now you look at Anthony and he's just so poor. He's nowhere near the first 11, and you've got a player in a young Amad Diallo who looks to be the guy now on that. Or then you've got a player in Amad Diallo who's taken up that space and made it his own. He's taken up that position and made it his own. So what I want to do now, guys, is react to Anthony. I want to react to Anthony at Ajax, and we're gonna see how good Anthony was at Ajax, or if he was ever good enough. We might not watch the whole video, but let's just look at it and let's see if there was, or if the hype around Anthony was deserved. If United were justified to have paid that much money for Anthony, or if it was just a big, massive mistake in the first place, and there was never any real reason for us to have signed Anthony. So yeah, without wasting any more time, guys, let's get straight into it. Because I feel for the guy. You know, when I watch United play and he's making all those mistakes, it does annoy me. I've been critical of Anthony a lot of times, but it also hurts because you when you look at things from the player's perspective, is you're a young player who, if you know where Anthony came from, he did not come from a lot, and that's the case for a lot of these Brazilian players. And it's like, you know, we of course we kind of take the piss of Anthony for doing the crazy spin, but even at Ajax, I don't know, it looks kind of effective. I don't know. It works. It's kind of effective here. Am I reaching? I don't know, guys. Am I reaching? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm just trying to find the silver lining. Okay, we'll carry on. Let me stop waffling. We'll carry on. Yeah, but as I was saying, like, if you know where he came from, where a lot of these Brazilian players come from, it's just, you know, he's had to work so hard in his life. He performed at Ajax, and we can see here, he was very effective on a one-on-one. I don't know what happened to Anthony to where he became so ineffective on a one-on-one, or if it was just the level of competition. But at the same time, how does the level of competition drop so much? And you see again here, it's like, how Anthony, he doesn't do things like this anymore at United. He doesn't do things like this anymore. He's being pressed by two players. He keeps the ball, gets past the two, and you can call it a bit fluky, but at the same time, there has to be some level of talent there. And yeah, I'm just trying to see if the money we spent on Anthony was really just a waste of money from the start. And I want to believe that that's not true. Oh, these ads, man. I want to believe that's not true. I want to believe that there was a player there. You know, there was a player there that s- maybe some way somehow Tena can still get the best of him. It's a far reach, I know, but maybe he can. Because you're seeing in these clips, like, he's not completely horrible. Like, this touch, like, the awareness and the timing to do something like this. The ball comes, just one simple touch gets the defender out of the way. This is skill. This is high skill. This is high football IQ. This is Neymar-esque. And then he's got space, and now Brazil out on the counter. Like, even the dribbling he was doing, he was effective. But at United, it's like he became so inefficient that I feel like it kind of hurt his game, hurt his confidence, that he's no longer willing to try those risky things that he used to do. Like the way he just keeps the ball here, the way he just keeps the ball perfectly here, turns his defender inside down, and then is gone straight away, and keeps the ball, retains the ball. This is, oh, if Anthony still played like this, man, receives the ball, back to the defender, turns him inside down, and is gone. If Anthony still played like this. A little flip flop, cheeky flip flop, cross in with the right foot. Another thing I miss about Anthony is how effective Anthony used to be defensively. Anthony was a workhorse defensively, but again, it's like now he's being um he lost his position, excuse me, to Ahmad, and what does he now need to do to get back that position? He needs to start performing again. It's like every chance he gets, he needs to perform. Like last week when we won 7-0 in the FA Cup and then he scored a penalty. Like that's a good start, but like you need more for Anthony. If he wants to make it that position his own, if he wants to revive his career, or even if he wants to get out of United, that's only going to happen if he performs, because no one else will want to get him or spend that money on him, because United won't want to sell Anthony for dirt cheap, because they'll want to return in that investment. And this is another thing. I remember Anthony in the Champions League at Ajax. That's one of the reasons why we spent so much money on Anthony, because in the Champions League for Ajax, Anthony was phenomenal. And you see it here. He gets past one and then wins and then gets the foul here. Just the things he was doing, the football IQ, Anthony was displaying at Ajax is no longer there at United. It's no longer there at United. It's so sad to see. Good dummy there. And I feel like it also comes back to the manager. As a manager, you have to get the best out of your players. And I feel like Ten Hag, he's kind of struggled with that with some players like Anthony. Like, because again, it's fun and games to make fun of a player and to just say he's not good enough. But as we're seeing here, Anthony was not always this horrible player that we see now. Of course, he is to blame as well, because you need to perform regardless of what the manager says to you or does to you. You need to perform, but at the same time, that's kind of the mark of a great manager. That's why every player wants to go out and play for Pep Guardiola, because when you play under Pep Guardiola, you kind of get better. You know, players don't go to Pep Guardiola and get worse. Look at, for example, John Stones in the documentary that came from John Stones the other day, and it's like John Stones was about to leave Manchester City, but he stayed and he fought, and now he's one of the best defenders in the Premier League. You know, that's what you want for your players. You want your players to get better with you. And I feel like Ten Hag needs to make that more consistent at United. Yeah, a bit of showboating, I guess. Like, he's got good control of the ball. But Yeah. But we'll stop it there, guys. I feel like we don't need to watch the whole video. Like, we've seen enough. And yeah, the verdict is kind of still the same. Like, you've got a player in Anthony, and you say to yourself, was he always this bad? Was Anthony really always this bad? And to be honest, I don't think he was always this bad. He is to blame, of course. But then I feel like some of the blame also needs to go to Tanag, because why did you bring this guy in the first place? What are you doing to maximize his talent? Can we get rid of him? You know? But yeah, I just hope Anthony can come back to form. It helps United. It helps his career. It just helps him. It helps his career. But yeah, we'll carry on. Again, I appreciate all of you guys watching right now. If you're watching, leave a like. Frederick, what are you saying, bro? I just decided to start streaming out of the blue, and you're still here, Frederick. I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, we'll carry on. The other thing I wanted to react to, aside from Anthony, was Bradley Barcola. I've not made like a full reaction, or have I? I don't think I have. I don't think I've made a full reaction on Barcola yet. I think I made like a short on Barcola, but I've not made like a full video on him, which is what I kind of want to do. Yeah, I've not made a video on Barcola yet, so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make a video on Barcola. Yeah, because you look at PSG. Because you look at PSG and you see kind of, what happened this summer with them losing Mbappe, them losing one of their biggest stars, or not one of the biggest stars. Mbappe went on to eventually become the top scorer at the club, and he's not even in his 30s yet. What Mbappe did at PSG was historical. I feel like it kind of goes underrated and underappreciated. But PSG are on this rebuild phase, and it looks like Barcola may be one of those players that they look at to, lead the way of this new PSG wave. They're going for younger players. They're going for talent. The signing of João Neves, I feel like, kind of really goes to speak to that. And yes, we're gonna react to Barcola here now. This video from Luti was from 7 months ago, so I want to see if the hype around Barcola really is warranted. If he's really that guy, or if he's just going to be another of these, one season wonders, or one of the kids that never planned out. Hopefully, he's one of the players that goes on to become impactful for PSG, and he's able to make history for the club. Because to be honest, I don't think anyone liked what PSG was doing with signing Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, just trying to spend the most money possible. But this new tactic that PSG are going with, this tactic of trying to build a young team, of getting Luis Enrique, one of the best managers in Europe, one of the managers that actually plays attractive football. I feel like this is the way to go. You want to build the team from the ground up, and it also allows these young players to, really look up to the manager and respect the manager. So yeah, so I want to see PSG succeed this time. Because that's kind of the thing with PSG before. PSG were having a lot of people criticizing them and hating them because of their strategy. But again, this may be the way to go. But yeah, let's focus on Barcola. Let's focus on what he's doing. Let's focus on what his strengths are. Good pass to Mbappe. Great turn. So far, he seems very comfortable with playing with his back to goal. Like these two turns he made right, especially this one. It's like he's very aware, and this is something I talk about when I'm trying to explain to people what an effective player is. He's not a player that just does a bunch of showboating. He knows where the defender is. He knows that he's coming, and with one touch, he gets him out of the way, and now he's able to face the pitch, and now he's able to make a pass here or continue dribbling. This is effective. This is effective football. And it's hard to teach. Because a lot of players that are like technically gifted, they'll try and do too much. So what Barcola did here, this is effective. These things are kind of hard to teach. So yeah, I know it's only one clip and one moment, but I like to see things like this, because it is in the small things, in the small details, that you can kind of begin to judge a player. He's got pace, and he's also quite tall. He's physically imposing. He's got that technical ability as well, as we said. He's for a winger, he, at least from the few clips that we've seen so far, he seems to have that IQ as well. But of course, the most important thing for Barcola now, as PSG go on to try and replace that Mbappe void, that massive black hole that Mbappe has left in the team, is can Barcola score goals? Can he be efficient in front of goals? Can he be efficient with that in that final third? Because that's the thing with a lot of these young players is, yeah, they can take a player on, yes, they can get a nice cross in, but when it comes to actually scoring goals in that final product, it becomes very hard. And that's why players like Mbappe and Endrick go for so much money, because it is very hard to see things like that. Young players that are technically gifted in front of goal. See, so that'll be the biggest, not struggle, but the biggest point for Barcola is, can he be efficient in that final third? Now, these clips are from 7 months ago, so we're not going to be too harsh on Barcola, but we'll definitely react to Barcola again in the middle of the season or throughout the season to see what his progress is like. Because as far as talent goes, again, this is not. I'm not impressed in terms of his finishing yet. These are only clips as well, but from what I've seen so far and from what I saw from the stats from last year, his finishing is not there. But yet again, he's very young. But in terms of talent, in terms of what you want from a winger, like, yeah, these things here, these are moments like this, where again, a lot of young wingers will try to showboat for the sake of showboating, but Barcola here once again showing how efficient and effective he can be. Again, with one touch, this is Hazard-esque. With one touch, he turns around and he gets past the defender, and now he's able to face the pitch. Like, this is very effective, and I like that Barcola is trying things like this. But anyways, as I was saying, as far as a winger goes, outside from of course the final product that he still needs to develop, everything else I feel like Barcola has shown a promise to be able to do. He's fast. He can take a player on. He can get a cross in. All those things that you want a winger to be able to do, Barcola has it. It's just a question of the final third. On a 1-on-1, he's extremely dangerous. You don't want to leave Barcola on a 1-on-1. The another thing that I've seen about this play is he'll try and keep it simple. As I said before, a lot of these younger wingers, they'll try and do too much. Barcola seems to be able to keep it simple. But then even when he's trying to be able to keep it simple, now this is filthy. This is filthy. He gets past two and then gets the assist. This is filthy. This is very good. Move to Lacazette. Easier from Lacazette. Like, you don't see a lot of wingers doing this like at the highest level. This is highly efficient. As I said this before about Barcola, but this really is highly efficient. I like to see stuff like that. But he's not trying to do too much. He sees his opening and he makes it happen. But again, yeah, the biggest test for Barcola is going to be the end product. Can he deliver that end product? Can he deliver even anything remotely close to what Mbappe was doing? Because Mbappe, all this time that he was at PSG, it was very rare that he wasn't the top scorer of Ligue 1. If I look back Mbappe's record at PSG, maybe he wasn't the top scorer in his first 2 years, but I feel like every year after that he was a top scorer for Ligue 1. I may be wrong, but yeah, I feel like that's what's happened. Or if Mbappe hasn't been the top scorer in Ligue 1, he's at least been number 2. That's very hard to compete with. That level of consistency, that level of output. But yeah, I'm rooting for Barcola. He's definitely shown talent. He's definitely shown a bit of promise. It's just how does it translate when now, especially now this season where the pressure's on him, to perform. There's more of a need for him to perform for PSG. We're gonna see. We're gonna make another reaction of Barcola at the middle of the season or at the end of the season, just as a progression, just to see how he's doing. But yeah, guys, we'll stop the Barcola video there. I appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll move on to the next one. Let me stop. Yeah. Again, guys, I'm also trying to use this time to not only do this live stream, because I do like streaming, but I'm also trying to record some content for the week. So yeah, I appreciate all of you guys watching. Keeping it simple is underrated and important in my opinion. It says, Salute Michu. Frederick, once again, I was here all the time and I'll keep saying it. I appreciate you, bro. You're always here. Frederick is really the general. He's really the general of the channel. I appreciate you so much, bro. I appreciate you. I'll always say it because it cannot be stated enough how much I appreciate your support. But yeah, next one, guys. Nicholas Jackson. I was watching I was watching Chelsea yesterday, and hey, Nicholas Jackson, he's having an amazing start to this Premier League season. Nicholas Jackson is having an amazing start to this Premier League season. Only Haaland has been better when it comes to end product, and that really and truly, that's what matters at the end of the day. So we're gonna react to Nicholas Jackson's highlights for this year. Not this season, but this year, to see, because I've not made a lot of reactions lately. I kind of fell out of love with reactions for a little bit. But yeah, let's react to Nick without wasting any more time. Let's react to Nicholas Jackson and let's see what he's been cooking all year. Because I've said this before, as much as I dislike Chelsea, one thing is true. Chelsea have an amazing young core. Excellent header. I love, if there's one thing that gets me, guys, is pause. Is young strikers scoring headers like this. Because a lot of young strikers are not very good in the air. But Nicholas Jackson here, the ball comes in, he makes the run and then just perfectly slots it in. I love seeing stuff like that. Because it just makes you so much more versatile. If you have that game in the air. And the technique as well. Perfect. Up and down. Just guides the ball down to that bottom hand corner. Here's a bit too many touches, but 1, 2. Very good. Keeps the ball inside the box. Keeps the ball close to him. He just slots it home. Another thing that I really like are these type of finishes. The type of finishes where you're inside the box and you're being a fox. You're being a fox inside the box. And why this is important is because as a striker, most of your goals will come from situations like this. You won't be scoring a lot of those goals where you cut in and you try and hit the top bins. You look at Ronaldo, you look at Messi. Most of their goals are inside the box for a reason. This is your sweet spot as a striker. And Nicholas Jackson here very, very well, showing that instinct to be at the right place at the right time and making the most out of it. Very good finish. Takes it in. More poor defending than anything here. But anyways. Good run there. 2 touches, slots it perfectly. Great finish. And now Chelsea also having Kunku. They've got João Felix. So Chelsea, they've got João Felix. They've got Cole Palmer. They've got Sancho. They've got Pedro Neto. They've got Nicholas Jackson. They've got Madueke. They've got Nkunku. Chelsea are looking scary. And then behind all of those guys, you've got arguably the best CDM duo in the league with Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea are looking scary. If Marissa can make it work, this team can very easily end up in the top 4 and maybe even finish 3rd. Chelsea are looking scary. Good finish. Right place, right time. Easy. And again, these headers, as a striker, a lot of your goals will come like this. And headers are such an easy way to score goals. You just put a cross in, and if you're good at heading the ball as a striker, you're so much more valuable. Great penalty one there. And he is showing his ability to play. What an assist! It wasn't an assist, but what a ball to Cole Palmer. So he wins the ball here, but he has his back to the defender, takes it in. 1, 2, 3 touches. He's gone. Very good. And then he makes the pass to Cole Palmer. Palmer doesn't score here, but the principle, what Jackson is able to do here is fantastic. I really like it. Amazing stuff. Good cross. Again, another header. As a striker, if you're able to score these headers, you're cleaning up. you're really cleaning up. Because a lot of your chances will come from situations like this. Good step over there. Ah, filthy. Filthy. I like that. Filthy. I like that from Jackson.
Chest.
And again, he's showing that technical ability. Again, playing with his back to the defender. Quick cut in. Quick fake. Well done from Jackson. And then he doesn't rush to release the ball. He waits for the right time. I like that from Jackson. Very good. What a finish. What a finish. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Touch. Turn. Fantastic finish from Jackson. Fantastic finish. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And once again, he's made that little turn of his kind of something a bit personal. I like it because even when I used to play football, this was something that I used to do a lot. It's that quick feint. I like to call it the Iniesta and Xavi way of dribbling, where you're keeping it simple, but it's so effective. This is much better than doing 1,000 step overs or doing a bunch of rainbow flicks. Most of the skills that you're doing in the football pitch are going to be moments like this. Keeping it simple, keeping it effective. Bro, I'm becoming a fan of Jackson very quickly. Towel gone. Now he's because of that turn, he's able to face the pitch, face his teammates, and now even though he doesn't carry on, he got past the defender so quickly. He won an easy foul. He's got quick feet, he's got pace, he can header, he's a fox in the box, he can run in. Very good from Jackson here again. Very good awareness. Takes a touch, turns straight away, pace on. As far as like the physical attributes of a striker, I feel like he's got it. He's tall, he's fast. He's got those physical attributes. It's from technical ability, he's also got it. He's got that headering on lock. His finishing is also pinpoint perfect. This season, so it's like we're watching the highlights from last season. It's like it's not a fluke that Jackson's had such a good start to this year. He's had the second best start as far as strikers go, second to only Haaland, and it's not a fluke. Look at what he was doing all last year. Chelsea were struggling last year, but look at the amount of work Jackson put in. It's not a fluke that this season he's had such a great start. I'm so happy for him. So happy for him. But yeah, guys, we can stop the Jackson reaction there. We still got a lot of other things to get through. I appreciate you guys. We're going to carry on because also, yeah, actually, this is the last thing I want to react to. And it's Clarke. I don't know if you guys watch basketball, if you guys are into the NBA, but Clarke, bro, what she's been doing up there in the WNBA, she's been cooking people, bro. Yo, Caitlin's been cooking.
Oh, just
this content going. I don't know. I feel like this may be the way going forward. Every Sunday, make these reactions, and yeah, we'll try and make the most out of it. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's react to Clarke. Let's react to Clarke, and let's see how amazing she's been all year. Because Caitlin, she's been cooking those girls up in the WNBA. And it's moments like this, like people were saying she wasn't gonna come in and dominate. Bro, this is Steph-esque. This is Steph-esque. And that's really the thing with Clarke. I'm sorry. Yo, 2 seconds in and we need to rewind already. Am I glazing? I don't care. This is just nice. 1-on-1. Bang. Pull up. That's clean, bro. Yo, that's clean. Oh, she's nice. She's nice. Yeah, but as I was saying, oh, Caitlin Clarke, she's not gonna come in and dominate. She's not gonna come in and dominate. And then when she starts dominating, oh well, but actually, she's not actually dominating. She's not actually dominating. It's they keep moving the goalpost for Caitlin. And they keep saying, oh, but there's people averaging more points than Caitlin. There's people averaging more points than Caitlin. She's the leader in assists. She's the leader in assists in the league. If you're leading the league in assists as a rookie, how is that not dominant? And the other thing about Caitlin Clarke is, first and foremost, like, just to pause the video, you can sense Caitlin's impact in the WNBA in a very simple way. She's got more guys like myself, that are just content creators in general, reacting to the WNBA and making WNBA content. If you rewind back to last year, the conversation we were having about the WNBA, they were not the same we were having right now. It is unfair to say she's done it single-handedly, but she's made the league so much more interesting. Whether it is her on-court ability, even I want to say it, bro. I'll say it. Like even the drama outside the court, it's made the league, it's made the product so much more interesting. So yeah, man, Caitlin, bro, what is there not to love about her, man? Amazing basketball player, truly humble, and she just makes for great moments. Pull up cash. That thing she made, that play she had against the Liberty is still in my head. Just pull up. She gets the ball. She just pulls up from wherever she wants. This is Steph-esque. One dribble, bang. Oh, these ads, man. Great pass as well. Finding the open player. Great assist. But she's also leading the league in turnovers. But that will happen. You know, as a rookie, you're playing as a point guard. The offense pretty much runs through you or by you. You're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna get found out. But again, with experience, that's going to change. But already she's put up all-time performances. She's leading the league in assists. It's like, what more do you want this girl to do? She's got fans like myself. Like, she's made a lot of WNBA fans. She's just entertaining to watch. Like, again, this was in the same game against the Liberty. Just gets the ball and she's just pulling up from wherever she wants to. She's nice. Caitlin is just a joy to watch. Fantastic pass. Her ability to be the main scorer, her ability to create for other people, is just, come on, bro. Come on. You got dominance right in front of you, and you keep trying to make excuses for it every time. Just come across as bitter. Bitter and like bitter, angry, and hating for no reason. Just appreciate greatness when it's in front of you. Drives all the way down. Oh, nice. Torching people left, right, and center. Behind the back, pull up. Cash. Run it back. Cash. Behind the back, pull up. Cash. And this was at the start of the season because Cameron is still playing. Clean. Behind the back. Step back. Side step. Cash. Come on, bro. Come on. Just appreciate greatness when it's in front of you. How about that? Takes it in. She's just a joy to watch. That's it. And as a sports fan, I'm telling you right now, we've talked about F1, we've talked about basketball, we've talking about football. The more sports you get me to watch, I'm gonna be happy. That's all I'm gonna say. The more sports you get me to watch, I'm gonna be happy. Especially with this channel, it's also just great for content. It's great for business, eh? So, Caitlin, keep doing your thing. Keep giving us great moments to react to, Caitlin. Keep making us fans happy and eager to support you. Keep being great, Caitlin, man. Just keep being great. Let these people talk, man. They're all hating anyways. Leading the league in assists during the regular season. How is that not dominant? That's historic. That's never happened before in the league. A rookie leading the league in assists. That's crazy. That's crazy. And of course, when you're also like dishing so many assists, your turnover count is also going to go up. Fair enough. She does need to work on it because at times it's kind of ridiculous. But, bro, outstanding. Drives down, easy layup. This is the third. This is the third free that I see. The three best highlights have so far come against the Liberty. She was cooking in that game. Bang, like off the dribble. She just. Oh my God, this girl. Oh my God. This is her first season. It's gonna be worse next year. Bang, cash. It's gonna be worse next year. Way worse. Net as well. Nothing but net, just clean. This girl is different. This girl is different. Love to see it. Amazing. But we'll stop it there, guys. We'll stop it there. We've seen enough. We'll stop it there. I appreciate you guys for coming on the stream today. Frederick especially, of course. You know how I feel about you, bro. It's not by accident that Frederick is a moderator right now. I appreciate you, all of you guys watching. Frederick, once again, I appreciate you. We're back tomorrow for Footy Experts. All of you guys that watched right now, that watched the whole thing, that watched a little bit, once again, thank you. If you want to watch more sports content, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be here. We're going to be consistent. We're reacting to sports, reacting to the best moments in sports. But yeah, guys, I'll see you all soon.